But I think that it's not easy for us. One thing for sure, when we just started in 2011, there was no help at all because it's so new. So all the, like as an example, Fashion Ballet, all these new local companies, they were the one who paved the way. Same goes with Nilofa. She could, even though she's still new, but she's known. So you can say that when you have more popular people doing this business, it does help for the government to open their eyes and see, okay, the Muslimah fashion industry or the modest fashion industry is something. It's not
but
just...
That's really unfair for a nobody. Nilofa being Nilofa, she's a celebrity, so her name sells, her face sells, right? If you were to have an entrepreneur here, I don't know what's the name, sorry, that I did in Pink Tudung, Sarah, what nama dia, Sarah now, she wants to venture into modest fashion. She's a nobody. I hope you're not, I'm sorry. She's a nobody, for example. Would that demotivate her to further venture into the modest industry and try to be successful?
Like I said, if you were to start, there's a lot of free classes that with the government incentive. But for you to scale up from startups to something bigger, then that is the hurdle. Because I think that when you want to scale up, it costs a lot of money. So when you're talking about big money, they don't see the need, maybe the need to invest in fashion, in the modest fashion industry, whereas there's so much more other industries in Indonesia.
This is talking about expansion, where you need to raise fund, right, to expand further. You have some thoughts, Bront?